Hello. Happy Thursday, everybody. We are
What's
so
up,
glad
guys?
you're here. Beth Lee and
T-Guy.
Yes, and today we are talking about SNL. Gen X is the SNL generation. And we're talking today about how SNL really influenced our music choices when we were growing up.
Yeah.
So it should be a pretty good show. So let's see who's in here. We've got Wendy, who was in here first.
Hey, Wendy.
Awesome. I'm so glad you're here. Cousin Tim, the show is garbage now. SNL.
Yeah.
Thank you for letting us know that show is garbage, not this one. I appreciate that.
Your show is garbage now. Thanks a lot, Cousin Tim.
Yeah, Cousin Tim says he's the next first one. Yeah, we try not to watch SNL too much, just because it's gotten really political lately. So, yeah. And Destroyer Ranch, howdy.
What up, brother?
How are ya? Shlunka. Nice. Adam said so. Hello, how are you?
What's up, bud?
Nice. Gen XNL? Yes. Gen XNL. Yes. Wendy loves your shirt.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes.
I hate thieves. Yes.
Yeah, that's compliments of Destroyer 1320.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Go to Destroyer 1320 and get yourself an F-150 2020 to 2024 neutral release cover.
Yes.
Get one.
Yes.
If you've got an F-150.
Yes, please.
It will make it a lot harder to steal your truck.
Yes.
That's the whole point.
Amen. Mama San's here. Hello. Enjoy those cookies.
Everybody that got their cookies, I hope they were everything that you would have expected.
We actually made a new batch of those before we sent them out to everybody. So you guys got the fresh batch, and like we had made them the next day.
Yeah.
And yeah, they were even better than they were the first night when we made them on air. Here we go. Yes. Yum. I'm so glad you guys like them. I'm so glad they were still soft, like when they got to you. I was afraid they were going to be rock hard. So that's good. That's good.
It's not cheap sending those things out. I'm just going to tell you right now.
But it was worth it. It was definitely worth it.
We love you guys, and it's totally worth it.
Yeah. Destroyer says, them's guys is clever. Adam said, whoops, hit the eject button and close the entire browser. Oh, no.
Dang it.
Oh, that's not good.
Stuff happens.
Patsy. I think that means thank you. I'm just going to say it means that, yeah. I need one of them shirts for work. I have put 4 people out who were from work who were stealing.
Oh, no kidding.
Oh, my gosh. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, you definitely need one of those shirts. Just go to destroyer1320.com, right?
I think he might have them still on the site. Eric, you still got those on the site?
He'll let us know. Yeah, because you definitely need one. Yeah, they're good shirts to have.
Just go to destroyer1320.com and buy one of everything. Totally kidding.
Maybe not.
Anyone you know that has an F-150 though, send them over there.
Yes.
Because all the Mopar guys know about it.
Yeah.
But none of the Ford guys know about it. We're trying to get out there.
He said they sold out. Darn it. Well, I might just have to wash yours and send it to Wendy. I don't know. I might just have to do that.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen.
No. He's kind of attached to the shirt.
Maybe
he likes it a lot. So, yeah, we love you guys so much. We're so happy that you guys come in here every week just to laugh with us and have fun. We look forward to this every single week. So if you haven't done so, where did my mouse go? Where is it? Here it is. I found it. Don't worry about it. Speaking of mice, Destroyer Ranch made a DIY mousetrap, so go check out his short about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you like the channel, if you want to see more content, please do the like and subscribe, not subscribe, and hit the bell. And yeah, we'll try to put out more stuff.
Yes.
He said, I will look for one.
Nice.
Perfect. Wendy said, only if it's a large. I think yours is an extra large, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I look like a sausage in a
Adam said, need to add a swag button destroyer. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be good. That would be really good. Yeah, so last week we made cookies and they were so good. If you missed last week's show, go back and watch it. Here's a little taste.
Maraschino, vanilla and cherry.
We made maraschino cherry chocolate chip cookies and they were so good.
Oh,
Yes, he said, amen, I will.
amazing.
Yes. So this week we were watching a show a couple weeks ago, I think, about SNL and their musical guests and stuff.
50 years of music or
something like that. Yeah. And so we're like, that would be a great show because, you know, some of the things they were talking about, it was great. But I'm like, there were so many other things that they didn't mention. And I'm like, we need to have a show about this. It would be great. Wendy, I love the Grease movie. Yes. Diecast Dream Customs. They were good indeed. All the one I was allowed to have.
Oh, man. That's not fair.
Oh, tell Foggy we appreciate her liking them. Tell her thank you for letting you have one. That was good.
At least she let you have one. She must not have had one before she gave you one, I would imagine.
Right. Yeah. I didn't like Grease 2. I didn't like Grease 2 either. I thought that one kind of sucked. Like a lot of, we're going to talk next week about some movies and stuff, but not to preview too much. But yeah, next week we're going to talk a little bit about movies, but like the follow-up movies, you know, that they have, I don't like the sequels all that much.
They're always
because they're not as good as the original usually. But
it's hard to recreate the original. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like
there's a certain magic.
Yeah,
there's a certain magic that happens. Like even with songs, you know, you have like a band that forms, and there's a certain magic that happens with all those pieces together at that particular time, and that magic just creates great movies, great songs, and And Gen X had the best music, I think.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. So SNL. Yeah, our thumbnail here for the musical guests. They had a lot of great songs, a lot of great music on there. I love Christopher Walken skits he did. Yes, so dry and so funny. Amen. Yes.
Seriously.
Cowbell is one of my favorite ones.
Cowbell is one of the best ever.
Yes.
One of the greatest ever.
The Wonder Twins will renote tomorrow, so y'all in Arizona watch it. Oh, that's right. Yes, the Wonder Twins will be together again. Yes, Wonder Twins as in reunite.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, will be reunited. Yes, Mr. Dan IT Guy and Mr. Destroyer Ranch will be reunited. So Miss Beth Lee is probably going to be hanging out with the dogs a lot. But that's okay. I like the dogs. I would agree with Cowbell if I could stand the side of Will Ferrell. Yes. AI sucks at autocorrect. Yes, they sure do. Yeah, just ask my phone. How many times have I sent you a text and you're like, what? And you do the same thing, but you call it fat fingering.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad. So SNL started in, let's see, was it October 11th, 1975? I have to look at my notes. Sorry. And the original cast was amazing. They had some great people. And because Gen X is between 1965 and 1980, then we pretty much grew up watching some of these skits live, like when we were growing up.
Yep.
And like if our parents let us.
Yeah.
That was the key.
If and when.
Yes. Yeah, Mama's son said, you always need more cowbell. Amen. Adam says, so for me, there was like 3 eras of SNL, the old stuff pre-high school, the late 80s through mid-90s. Yep. Yes. Yeah, and like the stuff they have on right now, I don't think the cast is all that funny, but they do have some here and there.
I like the kid, I can't remember his name.
I don't know. I don't know any of the current ones. I have no idea who any of them are.
I like a few of the current cast, but
They're little boys and little girls.
their writers are not great.
No. Then the people changed, and it was the mid '90s through early 2000s.
Yep.
Yes, there were some great people on there. But we got to see a lot of these shows live, and they were amazing. And SNL booked a lot of new artists. They booked people that were restarting their career. Maybe they were leaving a popular band and starting out on a solo career. People, and they brought on people that we had never heard of before, and they became overnight sensations. It was amazing. And so I have a question for you guys. Who was the first musical guest on SNL? Does anybody know? And yes, you can use Google if you need to. Lots of music influence at that time period. Yes. Vic says the current Weekend Update is amazing, but the rest is meh. I agree. I like that. Yeah. Destroyer Ranch says, I like Jeffrey Davis Jr. He's funny. Yes, he is. Johnny Cash? Nope. Wham? Nope. Is that one guy Bill Murray? No. Nope. You guys said, let's see. Sting? Nope. I do have the answer here for you. It was Billy Preston, and he was on the very first show, and this is his picture here. I don't remember who Billy Preston even is, but that's okay. I was 3 years old at the time, so when that came on, but yeah. Adam says the first episode featured 2 musical guests, Billy Preston and Janice Ian. Yes. So Billy Preston was the very first one, and then Janice Ian was also on the show too. I don't know who she is either.
I don't either.
I don't know, but it's a good little bit of trivia.
Yeah, because they used to have it where they would have 2 bands.
Yeah, they would. Like at the very beginning, they would have 2 different people that were on there, and then they stopped doing that and they just had the one. I can hear.
Yeah.
I remember watching SNL when.
No, he's going. Oh yeah.
There you go. Here we go. No, I'm asking is the one guy, Bill Murray, the white guy. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Bill Murray. You talking about
Bill Murray? Yeah, Bill Murray. Yeah, Bill Murray is he's in there.
Yeah.
He was in the original cast.
Oh yeah.
Yep. But yeah, I remember watching SNL in my teens and my early 20s, and it was hilarious then. Like the late 80s, early 90s. It was hilarious then. And, we would wait to see who the musical guest would be, and we would get excited because like sometimes you'd know, sometimes you wouldn't, who these people were. And like, there were some odd people that came on there,
some odd ones.
But it was okay.
What was the chick that wore the swan?
Oh, what the hell is her name? Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
I was just trying to think of her.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Shit.
I totally derailed the show just now.
No, you're good. Anybody know who that person is? I can't remember what her name is.
She wore the swan outfit and she went on and sang.
Yes, I think she's from like Sweden or something.
Yeah.
Oh God, I can't even think. Yes, thank you.
York.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
York. Thank you.
Yeah. Classic Tom Petty, Richard's brother. Yes. So Can you imagine, like looking back now, can you imagine watching Nirvana's first SNL performance live on TV? We got to do that.
Yeah.
And it was incredible.
It was incredible.
I still remember I was at my mom and dad's house, and I remember my mom coming in, and me and my brothers are sitting there, and we're like, I've never heard this music before. This is amazing. I love this. I love the beat from the drums. I love the guitar. The guy's voice is like crackly and everything. I love it. This is amazing. And my mom came in and she goes, what the hell is this garbage? And I'm like, it's Nirvana. They're amazing. I love them. That was our first taste of grunge music. It was so good. Let's see. Part of what made it so great was nobody was safe.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Also, everyone didn't take stuff so personally
personally.
and get offended, so everyone got straight roasted.
Yeah.
Yes, agreed. Yeah, my whole thing is if you can't take a joke, then
Why are you watching comedy if you can't take
right.
it?
It's comedy. It's supposed to be funny. So
it's gonna offend you at some point.
Right. But if you're roasting everybody, then
exactly. It's
it's
not
fine.
just you. It's not pointed at just you. That's the thing that everybody needs to realize. You know?
Yeah.
Just because I say a certain word doesn't mean I'm talking about you. You know.
I might be.
I might be. You never know. But I'm saying it doesn't mean that I'm talking about you.
Yeah, I can't remember if they did, but I have a vague memory of Rage Against the Machine playing on SNL.
Yes.
Vic, we will get to that. Yes, we will get to that. Yes, they did go on. They were on SNL for one song, and we will talk about that a little bit later. But yeah, it was so exciting to see a band that you'd never heard of, and then the next day you'd hear their song on the radio or you'd see their video on MTV, and it was like overnight they became stars.
Yep.
It was crazy.
Because you'd hear the next day, all you would hear is that song, whatever their song was that they played, or everybody'd be talking about it on the radio, on the news,
and we'd be running to the store to buy their cassette tapes or their CDs. It was crazy. I think I saw Agent Zero on there. I don't think it is.
No.
Maybe. maybe not. Agent Zero had a great drummer, I hear.
He was pretty good.
Yeah, I think his current name is Destroyer Ranch. There's 4 years worth of comedians that are about to burst at the seams right now. They're starting to leak, and these new jokes are bringing back the old style, and I love it.
Good.
Yes.
That's what I like to hear.
Hey, Turbo Tom. Nice.
Hey, what's up, bud? Hey, none here either, dude.
Yeah, I do. It's fine. Even the president just said woke is
Gozo? Gonzo, maybe?
Gonzo, yeah. Hey. Yeah. What's an Agent Zero in the X-Men movie?
Agent Zero is the band that Eric used to be in.
Yeah.
It was a friend of ours from school, and Eric and a couple other guys that they were really good. They played
really good.
Local bars and stuff, and had a blast.
Dan's basement.
My basement. Yeah, they had a practice place. I tried to make every show. I didn't make every show, but I did my darndest to try to make every show.
You were kind of the roadie, weren't you?
I was kind of a roadie. I would go and I would, most of the time I would go and handle the door.
Yeah.
But they needed somebody to take money or to whatever. I would volunteer to do that. So, yeah, it was good, man. There was a couple of bands that Eric was in. One of them, the one show that there's a couple really good shows that he had, but yeah, it was good.
Daddy Longlegs, that was a good band.
Daddy Longlegs, yep.
Of course they were good. It's hard to think of Eric failing at anything, right?
Oh, Eric fails a lot. He does. But Eric learns from his failures.
That's the important thing. Like, we all fail at things,
right.
But it's the lessons you learn from those failures that help you to succeed again and again.
That are doing the best failed the most.
Yeah.
99.9% of the time. It's because they're not afraid to fail that they succeed.
He said Agent Zero is also an X-Men character. Fail joke.
Yeah.
There was a guy that I worked with in September that helped me with a remodel where I worked that looked like Eddie Murphy. I don't even know his name. I just call him Eddie. That's awesome.
I'm sure you and everybody else.
Right? Dude, fail master 6,000 here.
Right?
Right.
If you don't fail,
100%.
you don't learn.
Yeah. And that's
don't worry about failing. Failing happens.
Amen, Mama San. Failure makes you stronger.
Boom.
Yes. That was something that we try to teach the
Gen X, baby.
Yeah, we tried teaching the kids that we raised, that especially the boy, that you're gonna fail. We won't get mad at you if you fail. what we're going to get mad at is if you don't learn something from that failure
Exactly.
and do something different. Because if you continue making the same mistakes over and over again, yeah, we're going to get mad at that. But if you're learning from that mistake and you fix it, then yeah, then
that's all you can do. That's
to me, that's a win.
That's how you get anywhere in life.
To me, that's
Period.
a win. You keep learning from the mistakes. It's okay to make a mistake. Everybody makes mistakes. Yeah, everybody makes mistakes.
Yes.
I should be a billionaire then, damn it.
Yeah.
We never stop.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, Destroyer Ranch is a brute.
There is no quit in this boy.
Yes. Vic said, and bench pressing 800 pounds. Right? Should be a billionaire and bench pressing 800 pounds.
There's a lot of disappointment in my life right now.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
She's seen me cry many times because I'm doing what I need to do in order to get better at my job. And it's not easy at all.
No.
So I've been dealing with it a lot.
Yeah.
And I blew up on her a few times. And I never mean to blow up on her.
Yeah,
but it's like
the thing is, when
I control myself, but
yeah, when you blow up, it's we take a step back and say, okay, I know for me, like knowing him as well as I do, I know it's not me that he's upset with. It's something else, something external that's affecting him and making him behave the way he is and think the way that he is. And so for me, I don't take it personally. I just say, okay, we're going to table this conversation until we're both calm enough to talk, and then we'll talk this out and figure it all out, and it'll be fine. But as far as like making the mistakes or going through failures or anything like that, having those stresses in your life, that's something that we deal with. We try to deal with a lot, and just say, okay, well, where's the step up from here?
Yep.
Because we're down here. Where's the step up?
Yep.
Because
there's always a step up.
Yeah.
It's just
there's always a step up. It's where do you look to find it?
That's it.
He sounds like him. Like he said, a lot of people thought he was at him. Oh, yes. Pressure makes diamonds. Amen.
Yes, it does.
Sorry, SNL. Hey, no worries. Hey, this is good. This is awesome.
It is what it is.
Hey, if the show takes a little detour, it's fine. We go right back in, and everything's good.
It's one of those. I didn't plan on saying anything to anyone ever.
What about your stress?
I like to share how I'm doing in my life.
Hey,
regardless,
it helps. It helps other
good,
people.
bad, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know you guys are going through it.
Yeah.
We all go through it.
Adam said, managing stress is a very important thing to learn. I used to drink it away. Me too. Yeah, that was not good at all. I got sober and started working out and started just really looking at everything from almost a third-party evaluation. I was super honest with myself and started holding myself accountable.
Dude.
Nice job. Yeah, when I went through my divorce way back in 2002, I was under a ton of pressure, a ton of stress. My emotions were everywhere, and my relief was alcohol. And didn't get to a point where I was an alcoholic per se, but I think I was damn close. And
you and me both.
my dad, who was a recovering alcoholic, looked at me and he said, I think you might want to take a little break from the booze for a bit and just see where your life goes from there, because I think you're getting close and you're getting damn close to that line of being an alcoholic. And I'm like, oh shit, if an alcoholic's telling me that, I should probably take a step back and reevaluate my life choices.
He knows what he's talking about.
Yeah. So after that, I cut way back, and now it's at the point where, I'll have one here or there, but we were just talking about that the other day, where I'm very careful with, if I'm stressed, I'm not going to drink. And, same thing with Dan, like we manage it in a different way.
Yes.
Because I don't want to slip back into that kind of thing. So Vic says, I didn't mean to start this conversation.
Dude,
Hey.
that's what this channel is for.
Yeah.
That is what this channel is for. This channel is for us to talk about stuff.
We're a
that's
family
affecting
here.
us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We're a family here, so it's not
Yes,
a big deal at all.
In general, we want to have some kind of a theme. We want to have a little bit of a show. We want to be able to show you guys some stuff that we enjoy, that we think you'd enjoy.
Yeah.
But ultimately, this is what the show is all about.
We're here for you and you're here for us. So we're here to help each other. And I love this. I love this. I love it. Hug you tomorrow, Burr.
Love you, brother.
Yes. Adam said, I stopped worrying about what happens next and just focused on myself. What can I control? What can I not control?
I just figured that out yesterday.
And we were just talking about that.
I was literally just talking about that.
We were just talking about that the other day.
You just blew my heart.
Yeah, we were just talking about that the other day.
Wow.
Because I was saying to Dan, okay, is this something you can control? If you can't control it, then
figure out what you can control.
Yeah, what can you control and worry about that and deal with that. From then on, the universe started putting opportunities in my way. Amen. Go. Wow. Wendy says, me and Don had problems growing and the way we grew up together. I was 14 when I met Don, and I'll be 55 this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were 7. So, we understand. Yeah, yeah. And you kind of develop, when you've known each other for so long, you kind of, you're able to read each other really, really well.
Yeah.
Really well, and, you're able to, just with him, blowing up about something like here or there. I know it's not directed at me. It's just him venting. So, at that point, I'm just here.
I always try to pull away, so I'm not yelling at her. I'm kind of yelling off, you know what I mean? There's times when I yell at you. Don't get me wrong, but I'm saying most of the time when I'm trying to vent.
Yeah.
I will try to turn away from you so that it doesn't feel like I'm yelling at you.
Here's an example. I had asked him to get napkins one night for dinner. And the way I said it, I'm like, hey, napkins. We need napkins over here. And he's like, he just exploded.
Fucking lost it.
Lost his shit. Let me tell you, he lost his shit. When I tell you he lost his shit, he lost his shit.
It was one of those, the day had gotten me to about right about there, and I was about here. I can hold it back. Nope.
And then I said, hey, napkins. Because he was just kind of standing there.
And I was like,
the situation was I was trying to get dinner all set for us and everything. I think we were going to do the show, wasn't it? I think that was the night that we got into the huge fight right before the show. So I'm trying to get everything done really quick, and I just looked over and he's just standing there staring off into space, and I'm like, hey, napkins. And he's like, okay. I don't know what I said. I don't know what I did, but I'm sorry.
I didn't appreciate your tone.
Okay, got it.
I may have overshot just a skosh.
Just a little bit. Yeah, it was, just a little bit.
Let me just say, I'm sorry.
You already did. It's fine. It's good. You already did. We're past that. Now it's just a funny story.
No, I'm just saying, just so everybody out there knows.
He did apologize.
I apologize for stupid crap.
Because I'm like, I don't even know what I did or what I said, but I am sorry.
Everything I can to make it up.
Yeah, I am sorry. Whatever.
Because I know I'm kind of a nutbag sometimes.
He's usually the calm one, which is weird.
Yeah.
Mama San said, one day at a time. Don't waste time worrying about tomorrow. Enjoy the now. Yes.
Tonight is probably one of the first nights in a long time that my brain's not going back through the whole fucking day and my job just driving me insane.
Yeah.
Because I gotta get better. I gotta get better at it. I gotta get better at it. You know, it's one of those. I know I'm better than what I'm currently performing at, so I'm gonna do whatever it takes to master it. That's just who I am.
And he's amazing, so he'll get it. Yeah, Vic said he's getting a little verklempt here. I love it. I do come across a golden one every now and then. Yes. Vent, it's healthy. Yes, it's healthy. We used to have this thing where, like, I would say to Dan, it would be, you know, right after dinner usually, and the kids would be inside screaming and yelling at each other and fighting to the
It's like
usually
half hour
fighting to
a
the
day
death.
that
Yeah.
we got to sit there and talk to each other. That was it.
And we would just let
It
them.
was like,
We would let them be inside the house and just fight it out. Like, as long as no weapons are involved, fight to the death. I don't care.
we're gonna be
It's
outside for a
fine.
half an hour.
Yeah,
Leave
don't
us the hell
bother
alone.
us. It's fine. But I would say to Dan, okay, I just need to vent right now. And please, like, I'm not directing any of this at you, but I just need to get this out, because if I don't, I'm going to explode on somebody. So I need to vent. And he's like, all right. And I'm like, you can even like look at your phone while I'm venting. It's fine. You don't even have to pay attention to what I'm saying. Just every once in a while go,
There are times when
It's fine.
she's venting that I have to look away because I feel like she's yelling at me. It's weird. It's just because of how passionate she is.
Yeah.
And it is nothing.
And it's like
against her.
I'm not
know?
directing any of this at you.
And I know
Yeah.
I have to sit there and like tell myself she's not mad at me. It's so stupid, but it's true.
But we both
It's
had
a
to say to
fact.
each other, okay, you can calm down a little bit.
Yeah.
I think the neighbors probably think something's going on here where it's not. It's fine. Just settle down. Adam says, yes, I used to come in the house and just say, I'm not mad at you, but I need to be pissed for a minute. Lori would say, okay, and go in the other room.
Nice, dude.
Yep. Yeah, it was tough sometimes, but I was so grateful she just gave me the space when I needed it.
Yep.
I used to say that to Dan when I worked at the police department. You know, as a 911 operator, you need to come home and just decompress a little bit. And I would say to Dan, just when I come home, don't talk to me for like a half an hour, 45 minutes. I'll come to you when I'm ready to talk to you. But I just need a little bit of time to throw that out of my brain for a minute. Just give me some time and I'll be fine. I'll be fine. And he did. He was amazing. Here's a good question. What can you recall as one of the best moments of SNL regarding music performances? I am going to answer that here in a minute. Yeah, that's coming up here. Dan, you are just like me. I'll obsess about a topic until I know or have consumed every written word about it.
I know
and understand
that about
it
you.
forward and backward. It's a very addicted mentality.
But
yes.
it's something that I've had to develop because I'm dyslexic.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's how I have to
A
do
good
it.
addiction. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
You have to do it.
I had to learn how to just slow down. That's what he said.
Yes.
Yes. You've no idea how much hair I've lost from the fire blasting out of Foggy's face. Most of the time, the burns are just collateral damage. You know what? A little collateral damage never hurt anybody. You know, it's fine. It's fine. We both had to vent to each other, and it's okay. It's okay. Slow is smooth and smooth is fast.
There you go.
I'm low-key ADHD or just a Virgo.
A little both.
Maybe a little of both. All right. Well, you know what? Let's get back into the show.
All right.
And so we're going to go right back in. And so this is like going back to the topic here. We were talking about some of those new artists that their careers just started. You know, they started kind of overnight just from being on SNL, because that was a privilege. Like, it still is.
Yeah.
It's a huge privilege to be asked to be on there. So let's see here. ABBA, they were popular, but they came on SNL like early 70s, and they were popular over in Sweden, but they hadn't really gained any traction here in the United States. And then once they went on SNL, they just exploded. It was crazy. The Clash. Yeah. The Clash.
to me, Saturday Night Live was MTV for people that couldn't get MTV.
It was.
Because there was a time
Seriously,
when we couldn't get MTV because we couldn't even get cable. We lived out in the middle of nowhere.
I didn't have cable because I was poor.
You know?
So.
And when we finally did get cable, when we moved out, and all me and my brothers all moved in together, and man,
it was so cool because, like you said,
we had a great time.
That was the perfect way to explain it, by the way, because I didn't have MTV because we didn't have cable.
Right.
We were too poor to have cable. So,
and that's kind of why that's why I thought it was a great idea to do the show. And I forgot to say that to you. I wanted to make sure that I said that to you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I almost kissed you right there. Dexy's Midnight Runners. They were like, nobody had ever heard of them. And then they went on MTV, or I'm sorry, they went on SNL. And then all of a sudden we hear this song on the radio. And I always think of every time I hear that song, I've got to switch out Eileen with Colleen because I've got a friend whose name is Colleen and she loves that song as much as I do. So I always sing that to her. Come on, Colleen. Anyways. Here's another question for you. What was the first rap group featured on national TV in the United States? Does anybody know? Turbo Tom says, I had cable before I had running water. Really? Wow.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't.
No, I didn't either. Of course, sometimes our water was turned off, but that's just from not paying the bills.
Yeah, you got to pay the bill.
And then nothing else.
Yeah.
Yeah. So which was the first rap group featured on national TV in the United States? And yes, you can use Google. It's fine. Does anybody know? Their first performance was actually on SNL way, way back in 1981.
Yep.
1981. No guesses? All right. It was Funky 4+1.
Sugar Hill Gang.
Nope. Sugar Hill Gang. Nope. This one was a little earlier. Yep. Adam's looking all this up. Funky 4+1 was the first hip-hop group to appear on national TV on February 14th, Valentine's Day, 1981. They performed on Saturday Night Live, hosted by Blondie's Debbie Harry. Exactly, yes.
Nice job, dude.
So Debbie Harry had heard of this group, and she was hosting the show. And so she said, I'll host, but I want Funky 4+1 to be the musical guest. And SNL had never heard of them before, so they're like, "Well, we'll go ahead and, we'll let them perform one song at the very end of the show if we have time." So at the very end of the show, they brought this group of young people on, and they performed. And the funny thing is, the +1 is the young lady that's in the middle, and she was actually +1 herself. She was actually pregnant. She was talking about that she was so nervous to be on SNL, plus she was pregnant, so that made it even worse. But yeah, that was the first time that hip hop had ever been on TV in any form. Yep. And it was on SNL. Run DMC. Nope.
Yeah, that's what I originally thought it was.
Yeah,
Run DMC.
that's what you thought. Yeah. I
could have swore it was, but wrong.
What is this?
Grok AI, which is
and ChatGPT.
Grok AI is Elon Musk. ChatGPT, I can't remember. They're like a consortium, and obviously Google is Gemini
and the Goog.
The Goog.
Yes. So that's a little bit of trivia there for you. If anybody wants to know who was the first rap group, there you go.
There it is. Funky 4+1.
Yes, so it's +2. Yes,
yeah.
Exactly.
Funky 4+2.
Yes, Rick James. He was a little popular, but he gained a lot of fame from being on SNL. And
indeed,
yeah, we have a little clip.
I'm one of the baddest motherfuckers of all time. One of the best singers, one of the best looking motherfuckers you've ever seen. Hold my drink, bitch.
Wait, that's not from SNL. Hang on. Anyways. I remember when this group came on, Adam Ant nobody had ever heard of him.
Yep.
And here's this weird sounding like Adam Ant. What, is
he was really good.
Is his cousin the Beatles or what? I mean, it's weird. Yeah. Bryan Adams. I was in love with him for a while. Some of his songs. I loved his voice. Rick James was most popular in his own mind. Yes. Hey, One-Eyed Cat, how are you? Nice up, to see you. Yes, definitely. Hello, peoples. So nice to see you. Let's see, who is this? Duran Duran. One of my friends was in love with them. Yeah. Oh my God. I thought they were okay. They didn't do it very much for me.
I liked them.
They were good.
They had nice music.
Yeah. Luther Vandross actually had said that SNL really kickstarted his career. So yeah, he went from like barely anyone listening to him to everybody listening to him. He had like overnight success. Same thing with Talking Heads.
Yep.
I remember them being on there, and it was one of those weird sounding names of a band.
You could tell they were like awkward.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how many big shows they'd had at that point, but yeah, they were really awkward.
Yes. Yeah, Prince from 1981 just jamming. Yes. We'll take a look at that later. Yeah, Wendy's here, but setting up to cut my hair. She's been my barber for better than 20 years now.
Nice.
Wow, nice. May have to fly her out here to cut Dan's hair. I don't know. It's getting a little long. Whitney Houston was popular, but not overly popular. But yeah, she hit it big after being on Saturday Night Live. And we have one of her performances here. Oh, come on. I had to do it. Here we go. How about Sparks? Sparks? I don't know about that. Huh. There you go. He likes it short. Question is, how short? Yeah. Yeah, Dan likes long hair. He likes his hair long. Devo was another one. They made
correct Edwin.
Like it was crazy how popular they got after being on SNL. It was weird. Beastie Boys.
Oh yeah.
Yes. LL Cool J.
Yep.
Yeah. LL Cool J actually started his career. I want to say
he did Round the Way Girl on there.
I can't remember.
It was whatever it was. I remember I was like totally blown away. I was like, dude, this guy's awesome.
Yeah, and he was hot.
I didn't think he was hot.
I did. The Go-Go's. Yeah, the Go-Go's were good. Pearl Jam. That was like 1992.
Man.
Remember 1992?
No.
We were 21. No, we were 20.
No, I don't remember.
I remember 1992. I remember.
I remember like some stuff, but it was just like haze. That was back when I was pretty much an alcoholic.
Sorry, Mama Son is making biscuits. Oh,
nice.
She's making biscuits? Close your ears, Vic.
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit. Taste the honey sauce.
Oh, I don't think I've ever heard a Pearl Jam song where Eddie Vedder is actually singing on key.
He doesn't.
I don't even know. Like the one song is like you can't even tell what words he's saying. Vic said you really didn't have to do that, Eric.
Jeremy.
Is that the one where they make fun of the horse and whatever, and no, it's like the whole that one video that I showed you on YouTube where it does like the misheard lyrics or something. Is it Jeremy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Love you, Vic, but it's true. Hey, too, babe. How are you? I'm so glad you're here. I love you guys. I had to do it. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Stone Temple Pilots were another one that shot to fame.
That was my favorite song from the minute I heard it, and it immediately
Interstate Love Song. Right?
started to be my karaoke song.
Yes, Interstate Love
Because
Song.
like karaoke had pretty much just come out, and the minute Stone Temple Pilots was on karaoke, I was singing it.
If you guys have never heard him sing
I love that song.
Interstate Love Song, he sounds exactly like the guy.
Yeah,
Two
maybe
Bass
not
says,
so much anymore.
Two Bass says we need more cowbell in case I missed it.
I certainly used to, for sure.
You still do. Yeah. STP. Yes.
Yes.
TLC. All these acronyms. I should have done
The
acronyms.
Goyles.
Yes, the Goyles. Tina Turner actually
Oh, yeah.
restarted her career. And here's a fun fact for you. So, way back in the 60s, so Tina Turner was with her ex-husband, Ike. So they were huge back then.
Yeah.
Lionel Richie had just left the Commodores and was kind of building his solo career. And Tina Turner said to him, "Hey, you can headline our shows here, and we'll help you out." So they helped give him a boost. So he became super popular in the 80s. Tina left Ike, and so she was starting her solo career. And Lionel Richie called her up and said, "Hey, I need someone to open my shows for me. So how about you open my shows for me?" And he gave her a boost in her career.
Yep.
So it was really cute. Destroyer said, "Did the dogs ever find her?"
When the dogs begin to smell her.
That's right.
Where's the smell?
But I didn't. Yeah, I didn't like that at all.
Nope.
Brittany back in like 2000, and not so much her, but all the skits they did of her. Yes, exactly. Vic says, "I think I'm attracted to the crazy ones. When I was young, I'd have given any body part that Lisa Lopez asked for."
Right?
Was Richie dancing on the ceiling then? Yes.
Yep.
Yes. In the late 80s, he was dancing on the ceiling. Yeah, so she started her career
making money
by being on
Yes.
SNL, like restarted that solo career. It was awesome. My dad was in love with her. He's like, "She's got the best legs." Vanilla Ice.
The ice hat.
It's so crazy. Yeah, he was getting popular, but like wasn't quite there yet. And then he went on SNL, and it was like, damn, now he's a star. And he went on Living Color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, VIP, let's kick it.
All right, stop.
Collaborate and this.
No, stop.
No?
I gotta put my shoe on.
Just stop. Yes, Richie figured it out. Anti-gravity. He was a physicist. Yeah, ice is more popular now. Oh wait, that's a different ice. I think it's a different ice. Yeah. I think that's a different ice.
Similar to, yet completely different.
Yeah. CNC Music Factory, if you guys don't know who this picture is, CNC Music Factory was really popular. They had a couple of songs in the early 80s.
Getting kinda happy.
Every time we hear one of their songs come on the radio, Dan's like, "Oh my God, I used to dance the hell out of this song."
Yep.
Yeah. Mariah Carey, she kind of
Living
shot
like
to
a
fame.
shovel-rhymed devil on a heavenly level. Bang the bass, turn up the treble.
Yeah, Mariah Carey, "Color Me Bad." I have good memories of "I Want to Sex You Up," that song, "Color Me Bad."
I wanna sex you up
Okay.
all night.
Yeah, I have good memories of that song. Anyway, No Doubt, that's your girlfriend, honey.
Yes.
Yeah, Gwen Stefani is Dan's girlfriend, by the way.
Gwen.
Not officially. Like,
No.
she doesn't know him yet, but
She's a little involved
right, she's a little involved.
with, my man crush, pretty much. So
Right.
we're good.
Yes. So yeah, No Doubt. Like nobody had ever heard of No Doubt, and then all of a sudden they go on SNL and they're huge. Same thing with Oasis. I love some of their songs. Lisa Loeb.
Oh God, yes.
Every guy's dream crush from the early 90s.
Is she the one that had a black flag or Chardonnay?
No, that's Alanis Morissette.
Oh, that was Alanis.
Yeah.
Okay.
She had that song Stay.
Okay.
Yeah. Garbage. That was another one. I remember seeing Garbage on SNL, and I'm like, Garbage. And my mom, of course, comes in. What the hell is that garbage? Exactly.
Yep.
It was like a Who's on First thing, It was funny. Wonderwall. Yes, I love that song.
Yes.
Love that song. The rest of that band is with the Police waiting on members to return. Yes. Bitter Pill, Dan. Oh, who's this? This is the Gin Blossoms. Yep. And I saw this band. They started out here in Tempe, Arizona, right by ASU College or ASU. And my brother and I would go and watch them. And they had all these new bands that were up and coming, and they hadn't been signed yet. And Gin Blossoms were one of them. And we saw them at this little dive bar.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I see them on TV. I'm like, Brett, that's the group. That's the band we see all the time at that bar.
She was talking to her brother, Brett.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm like, oh my God. And so it was crazy. Like, and then all of a sudden they just shot to fame after that. You couldn't get in to that little dive bar to see them anymore because it was packed. That's another one of my crushes. Shirley Manson could have done anything to me in the 90s. Nice. Saw them too. Good band. Mm-hmm. Yes, they were amazing. Did they fix the friggin' headlight?
I know they have one headlight for sure.
Yeah, they have one. Yeah. No Destroyer, still looking. That's hilarious. Here you go. There's your girl. There's Alanis.
There she is.
Yes. Yeah. Alanis Morissette. Yeah, she's tiny. She's really short.
She really is.
She's very little. Mm-hmm. But she was amazing. Chris Isaac.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, nobody had ever heard of him, and then he goes on SNL. Amazing.
Sings Wicked Game. All the girls fall over.
You sing Wicked Game, and this girl falls over. Yeah, that's another one.
The hard part. I have to warm up before I can hit that yodel.
That's another one that Dan sings, and he's amazing when he sings it.
I've had many a girl compliment me on that.
How many?
Many.
I'm just kidding. Cue the Proclaimers with "I would walk 500 miles." Cheryl the Crow. You guys crack me up. You're amazing. Jewel. She was another one that shot to fame.
Hands.
Avril Lavigne.
Yes.
Yeah, she was so young. Oh my gosh. That's not Alanis Morissette. That's God. Okay.
Understood.
This one here, I remember seeing them on SNL, and nobody had ever heard anything that they had done. And then all of a sudden, Two Princes was on the radio all the time after that. It was crazy.
The time.
Yes, Skater Girl.
Yep.
Skater Boy. Yes. 500 miles is too far.
Walking 500 miles is not as easy as they make it sound. I'm just saying.
They make it sound really easy on that song.
I'll just walk 500 miles, and then I'll walk 500 more. That's 1,000 miles. How do you? I don't know.
Better get you some good walking shoes. That's all I'm saying.
Right?
Shaggy. Isn't he the one that sings "It Wasn't Me"?
Yeah.
I love that song. Mm-hmm. That's so funny. I love that song. Adam says, I just watched Joe Rogan interview Jewel. It was awesome. Had no idea she was from Alaska. Yeah. She had such a hard life.
Yep.
Yeah. I knew that. I had watched some interview that she gave where she was talking about that.
There's Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
I showed it to you a long time ago.
No, it was way back when she first started her career.
Oh, okay.
Joe Rogan wasn't even around then. But yeah, my boots were tied on for the first 500. Wasn't me.
One May. One May.
Who's this? Bush.
Bush.
Yeah. My brothers listen to them endlessly.
Breathe in.
Breathe out.
Breathe in.
Breathe out.
Breathe in.
Breathe out. Adele, here's a story for you. So Adele had said that she came on SNL like right after she had put out her first album, and it was like pretty low in the top 100 standings. And then she gets on the plane after doing SNL, flies to London, and in that time from New York to London, when she landed, her record was number 1. She said it was absolutely
insane,
mind-blowing how that happened. It was crazy. Jewel, the OG Snow Bunny.
Yes.
Chevelle, the band.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the band.
The red filters through.
Vic said, did nobody get my Alanis Morissette joke? Really? I'm sad. Dogma is amazing. Nice New York City that never sleeps, right? Exactly. What do we have next? Billie Eilish. Let me pull the picture up. Billie Eilish. Her brother, I can't remember his name. He's
yeah.
Yeah, Billie Eilish. No, Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish.
She's one of these new ones like Dua Lipa and Olivia Rodrigo and all these new people that I've never heard of, like very rarely heard of. But they've got all these songs out that I'm like, I hear it on the radio. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. I heard that on SNL one time. But yeah.
This one time at band camp?
Not a fan, awful music. Yeah, I'm not really a big fan of today's music. I'd rather just listen to 80s music or 90s.
Yes.
Foo Fighters. So Dave Grohl was in Nirvana, and then that band kind of fell apart. And so then he started Foo Fighters. He actually was on SNL with somebody else. I want to say Tom Petty, but I'm not sure about that.
I think it was Tom Petty.
Yeah, don't quote me on that. But
he played the drums for Tom Petty.
I think so. Just for that one performance. I think.
It was like in a pinch. Somebody called him because the drummer, something happened to the drummer or something.
Yeah. And so then now he's in Foo Fighters and doing great. I love Foo Fighters too. Yeah. Let's see. Horrible Crap Later, Kmart Songs to Me. Yes. Tim Windsor, how are you?
Up,
he said, I'm late again, had to go pick up dinner. No worries.
All right, buddy.
No worries at all.
You got 2 minutes.
Dave G, yes.
David Grohl.
Yes. Let me see here. Where are we at? Oh, Weezer. I remember seeing them on SNL for the first time that they were on there, and they were so good, and I'm like, oh my God, I love them. Yeah, they were so good.
I got my hash pipe.
Coldplay.
Dun, 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 dun.
Lizzo. The first time I heard Lizzo was from you. Like you're like, oh, dude, you gotta listen to this song.
Yep.
And it was so good. I'm like, holy shit, can that girl sing?
Yeah.
She's amazing. Green Day. Lenny Kravitz. Yeah, they all got like some of them were popular, but not too popular. And then they go on SNL and it's like
exploded.
Yeah. Open to everybody. Kind of like never mind. So some people came on SNL and they just sang their hearts out. And then other people used their appearance as a political message. And we've got a couple of those. Sinead O'Connor. So back in 1992, she appeared on SNL. She had been out of the limelight for a little bit and then came back, and she was on SNL and decided to rip up somebody's photo. So does anybody know whose photo
remember
Sinead O'Connor tore up on her 1992 appearance?
I'm sure probably, I'm thinking Two Babe's going to know.
Maybe. Tim Windsor might know. Vic might know. Destroyer Ranch might know.
Yep.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Does anybody know?
Can someone come up with it?
Because this is one of those things, it made national news. Everybody was crazy. Like, everybody went ballistic about it. Two Babe said, take care, guys. Have a great week. I'll try not to be tardy next week. We love you, Two Babe. Thank you so much for popping in. He says, Reagan or Bush? Nope. Nope. Anybody got a guess? Vic says, one of my favorite memes is of Billie Eilish saying that if you're nice to ugly guys, they want more. Beneath that, it says, if you give a phony dress girl auto-tune, she thinks she's a singer. It was a pimpin' TV photo. Turbo Tom got it. The Pope. Yes. Tim said, didn't know we were having a test tonight. Well, now you know. Vic says, yes, the Pope. Yep. So she ripped up Pope John Paul II's picture. And by the way, like, if you're Catholic like we are, he's now a saint. So she apparently was, like, allegedly she was abused in the church when she was young. And so she was speaking out against abuse from the church, which is fine.
And I
get it.
I can respect that.
But take a picture of the priest who abused you and rip his photo up on TV. Don't do the Pope, like, who's beloved, you know. Yeah. Okay, remember now. Yep. Take care. Love you. Yeah. So Pope John Paul II. So Vic brought this up earlier. Rage Against the Machine. Yes. And then Sinead O'Connor's career died immediately. Yep. Yeah. It flatlined right after that.
Nosedive.
Flatlined. And the producers for SNL did not know that she was going to rip up his picture. They thought she was going to rip up a picture of a child or somebody else's picture. She showed that in, like, during rehearsals. And then she brings out that same picture with the Pope's picture on the back of it and ripped up the Pope's picture. Yeah, it was a little crazy. So, Rage Against the Machine. So, back in 1996, Rage Against the Machine showed up on SNL. And the host for that night was Steve Forbes, who was a mega millionaire. Yeah. And has the Forbes magazine. And he was also presidential candidate in 1996. So he had Secret Service who were there with him and his family who showed up. So Rage Against the Machine is scheduled to do two songs on the show. They get set up. They're going to do their first song. And one of the band members puts the American flag upside down over one of their amps. And the crew is telling them, take it down right now. Take that off of there. And the band is like, nope, our roadies are going to fight you to the death. Nope, this is not happening. We're here. We're going to make a political statement. Screw you guys. So 7 seconds before they went live on air.
Moments before air.
The crew got the flag off of the amp and the band played their first song. So they go backstage. They're in their dressing room. Steve Forbes' family is in their dressing room right across the hallway. And so they were, one of the band, like the producers came and told the band, hey, we're running short on time. You're only going to do one song tonight. One of the band members got pissed off because they were only doing one show or one song. Yeah. And balled up an American flag and threw it into the dressing room where Steve Forbes' family was. So because of his presidential, because of his status, the Secret Service came rushing in and locked Rage Against the Machine in their dressing room until they got everything sorted out and made sure everybody was safe. And then they escorted the band off the premises. So if you go back and watch that show from 1996, you'll see that Rage Against the Machine only does their one song at the beginning of the show, and then they don't come back at all. They're not there for the big goodbyes and hugs at the end of the show. They're not there.
They're not there for none of it.
And they've never been asked back. So, yeah. Destroyers and Secret Cervix? Yes, it is the Secret Cervix. That's what it is. So there are so many memorable performances that were on SNL. And So we wanted to just show a few of them. There's so many of them. But one of our favorites is, like, actually the question here, what musical guest do you consider the most memorable? What is yours?
I thought it was Faith No More, but apparently that was on the MTV Music Awards.
Yes.
So I don't know. Maybe Chris Cornell. First time I saw him with Soundgarden.
Yeah.
Probably. I don't know.
Yeah. So mine, I'll share with you here at the end. It's a pretty good one. But what musical guest do you consider the most memorable?
Prince.
Yes.
100%.
Yeah. He was amazing. Foo Fighters have been on there umpteen times. There's some people who've been asked back repeatedly because they give such a good performance. Other people, they've been on once and basically everybody's like, no.
The Rolling Stones have been on there a bunch.
Oh yeah, Rolling Stones a million times. Blues Brothers. So it started out as a skit idea, and they were running short. And like Lorne Michaels had said, no, I don't want to use that in the show.
Yeah.
I don't think it's
He told
funny.
him it was dumb and
Yeah.
they didn't want to use it.
Yeah, he's like, I don't want to use that. It's stupid. So we're just not going to use it. So the producers come up to these guys here and they're like, hey, we're running long on the show. We've got extra time at the end of the show, like an extra 2.5 minutes or 3 minutes or whatever.
Yeah.
Can you guys do your skit? And they're like, hell yeah. So they performed the Blues Brothers for the first time. And that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Aerosmith. Yes, definitely.
Nice.
Bacon Brothers. Yeah. Yeah. One of my favorites was like when they would do Soul Man. Love that.
I'm a soul man.
Love that. Another one, speaking of Belushi, the band Fear, they were a punk band back in 1981, and Belushi was a huge fan of them.
Yep.
And he suggested to the producers, hey, we got one of the Blues Brothers right here, I guess. Belushi said, hey, you got to have this band on. They're amazing. So Fear comes on the Halloween show back in 1981, and they bust in like 35 of their fans, and they created a mosh pit right in front of the stage. So you've got, like, if you go back and watch that episode, you see people jumping on the stage. They're
jumping all over the place,
crashing into each other. And it was
crazy.
The song they sang, Lorne Michaels was like, I don't think you can sing that song on TV. It was Beef Bologna. Beef Bologna. And it was talking about it, like, yeah, it was
the Bologna Pony.
Yeah. Yeah, this was what the song was about.
Oh, it was a bad time for a boner.
That's what the song was about. Just saw Blues Brothers on Saturday. Nice. We watched a tribute band of theirs on our first anniversary.
Yeah, that was fun.
Years and years ago. Yeah. Like Destroyer said, Prince, he was on in 1981. And he actually got a little miffed that, a little upset because they had another musical guest on too. And so he only got to do one song. So he played Party Up.
Yeah.
The song Party Up. And then at the end of the song, knocks his mic stand off on the ground and then stalks off the stage and doesn't come back for like 24 years.
Yep.
Yeah, it was like, screw you.
It's like, F you, I'm out.
Screw you guys, I'm going home. Yeah, like I said earlier, Nirvana, 1993. Oh my God, I fell in love with this band so much. Yeah, first taste of grunge. It was so good. Cypress Hill in 1993. They actually were asked not to come back because the DJ way in the back there, he lit a joint on live TV.
On national TV.
Yeah. And so they were asked not to come back. Ashley Simpson. When people talk about SNL music guests, a lot of times they bring up Ashley Simpson because I remember watching this live back in 2004, and she had claimed that she was sick and she wasn't sure how that was going to work. And so I remember watching the first song and thinking to my brothers, like, it looks like she's lip syncing. And my brothers are like, no, she's fine. No, she's not lip syncing. I'm like, no, it looks like she's lip syncing. And then the second song started up. They queued up the music for the second song, and it was the same song that they had done the first time.
Yeah.
And she didn't know what to do. And she just kind of stands around for a minute and then starts dancing weird and and then walks off the stage. And the band is like, do we keep playing? Like, it was crazy.
Yeah.
It was crazy. So yeah.
Tuesday, I'm
What the hell is that? And I looked at my brothers and I'm like, she was lip syncing. Like, that was the whole point of Saturday Night Live, was that you were singing live, performing live. I'm back. Donna's all fresh and clean. Nice job. So yeah, that was a little crazy because it was one of the few times that I saw that somebody wasn't actually singing the song. So it was a little weird.
Yeah, I've never done that again.
No, it was a little weird. So my most memorable musical performance, I guess, was Paul Simon. It was the first show after 9/11. And so it was September 29th, 9/11, or 2001. So it's like 2 weeks after, the planes hit. And the whole country was still like, in shock. And I remember watching that episode and thinking, how are they going to make things funny? You know, like,
how is it okay to laugh?
Yeah. Is this really appropriate for people to be laughing? Because
why are we laughing?
Like, there's so much tragedy that just happened. Like, is it the right time to start laughing?
It was brutal.
And SNL really brought back the laughter, which our country needed at the time. And the musical guest for that night was Paul Simon. And the number of times that he's been on SNL since the very beginning, it's crazy. He was the second musical guest they ever had on the show. And he's been on there countless times. And that night they had, I'm getting emotional already. That night they had all these police and firefighters, first responders that were up on the stage with the mayor. And Paul Simon did The Boxer. And it was deeply moving. Probably one of the best moments on SNL because there were no politics involved. It was the country coming together and standing together. And it was incredible.
It was, we're down, but we're not out.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just a poor boy, though my story seldom told.
It was one of the most poignant memories that I have from that show. It was amazing.
Yeah.
So, but that's pretty much what we have for you tonight for our memories of SNL. But I wanted to throw in, since it's kind of gotten a little bit serious, I wanted to throw in our message of hope for this week. And it kind of goes along with that theme of The Boxer, a little bit. So your message of hope for today, you may think that you are completely insignificant in this world, but someone drinks coffee from the favorite cup you gave them. Someone heard a song on the radio that reminded them of you. Someone read the book that you recommended and plunged headfirst into it. Someone smiled after a hard day's work because they remembered the joke that you told them today. Someone loves themselves a little bit more because you gave them a compliment. Never think that you have no influence whatsoever. Your trace, which you leave behind with every good deed, cannot be erased. That's something that I try to think about a lot. Even when I'm just walking through a grocery store or something, if I can smile at someone, that might be the only smile that they receive for the whole day. You know, just telling someone, even, you know, at a gas station or something, oh, you know, the other day I was at a gas station, and the gentleman that was ringing me up, I said to him, he was just so nice, and I said, "You are so pleasant." And he's like, "Thank you. No one's ever told me that before." And people, you'll hear that from people when you give them a compliment or you tell them something like that, that they may not have ever heard that kind of a compliment from anyone before. And you could be the good thing that happens for someone else in their day. So don't underestimate yourself. Don't think of yourself as insignificant in this world. You are significant to so many people. Every person watching this show right now, you are significant to us.
Yes.
Because we look forward to seeing you here every week. We look forward to hearing from you. If you come in live and make comments, you make our day.
I mean, we don't make a dime from
No.
this. If anything, we're paying to do this. And
but we love you all so much that
it's worth it.
You are significant to us. So if no one has told you that you're significant to them today, you've heard it from us, that we feel that you are significant.
And thank you each and every one of you that came in and watched the show today.
Yes.
It makes all the difference when we can get a bunch of people in here.
Yes. And
it's just so much more fun.
Yeah. And for us, it makes it worth it because, you know, putting everything together and trying to make sure that the show flows or whatever, or that it's meaningful for you.
She spends a lot of time working on the show.
But it's something that I love because it's for you.
I'm blown away by how she has taken it on and just totally, like, she does it herself. A lot of time I don't even know what she's doing. She just does it and it's done, and I'm like, really? All right. And then she's like, well, I want to show it to you. Heck yeah, show it to me.
Thank you.
You're amazing.
Thank you. I think you guys are all amazing. And so sorry this has gotten a little sappy at the end here, but please know that you're all loved. We love you guys all so much. Thank you so much for coming in here every week and seeing us, supporting us. We love you guys so much, and that's why we do it. And that's why we're here.
Amen.
Yeah. So on that note, we will leave you guys for next week. We can't wait to see you next week. We love you so much. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful week. We love you.
Don't worry.